Hi, it's Ritchie with SonicDad, here with my son Patrick.
Hey.
We're in my garage for this episode. You can see behind us a paint booth that we've just put together. The next process in building our cafe racers is to paint all of the body parts, so we needed a paint booth. And Patrick and I thought about it a lot. We wanted something that would be reusable, something we could put up fairly quickly and then tear down and put away for the next project. So in thinking about it, I found this greenhouse at a local home improvement center for about 140 bucks. It's got a nylon reinforced PVC shell on the outside with a nice zip up door on the front. What I really like about it is it has a snap together steel frame, which is pretty sturdy. It can hang parts from it. So we've converted it into a very functional paint booth, and that's what we would like to show you on episode 3. So stick around. The first thing we're going to do is lay some masonite down on my garage floor to keep overspray off of it. Let's hit it. Now we're going to be putting the steel frame of the greenhouse together. We got the frame up, now it's a matter of putting the cover over it. Looks like Patrick's fit testing his respirator already. Looked like a fighter pilot. The cover is held on to the frame with these Velcro straps. And when you get them all tied down, it really strengthens the frame up. This greenhouse is designed with a little extra material at the bottom. It makes a nice little flange to make this whole room airtight. And put duct tape on the flange. We've got our light fixtures up. We decided to kind of justify them to the back because we're going to be pulling air in from the front, exhausting out the bottom. So most of the work is going to be done right here in the back half. So I think it lights it up pretty well. Turned out nice. We bought these fixtures at a home improvement store for like 12 bucks a piece. And we've got them saddled over the roof with some chain and a couple of hooks in between them. And a real simple way to mount them up there, easy to put up, easy to take down. This is going to be a negative pressure paint booth. We're going to draw air in from the sides and exhaust it out at the bottom. So this greenhouse came with 4 windows, 2 on each side, and Patrick is cutting out the netting from the windows right now. We're going to build some frames and put our filters in the sides. Well, we've got our 4 filters framed with foam board, and they're framed the size of the window. So now we're going to, well, we've also added a packing tape border around it so that we can tape these to the side of the greenhouse, but when we want to tear it down, put it away, and then set it back up another time, we can tape right to the surface and it won't peel the paper. So let's get these hung. So we're using cheap box fans that we bought at the local super center. They were about 15 bucks a piece for our ventilation. And I've taken the front and back grill off. Probably the biggest concern about a paint booth is ignition sources, because really what you're doing when you're painting is you're atomizing a flammable liquid. So you've got to be really careful about ignition sources. So we want to eliminate all of them that we can. That's why our lighting is on the outside. So the fan is a real concern because this is a negative pressure. The vapors are going to be going through the fan. This motor is an AC induction, and so there's no brushes, and unless there's some kind of major coil failure, there's not going to be any ignition source there. This is a thermal overload protection device, and it is potted, so I'm not worried about a spark from that. I've taken the switch out of this unit, and I'm going to run the wiring out on the outside of the ductwork so that the switch doesn't become an ignition source if it sparks. So there'll be 2 of these in some foam board ducting, so we're going to build that now. Okay, we've got our ventilation built here. We've got the wires wire nutted up inside, and we've sealed everything off so the vapors shouldn't come in contact with any of our connections. And we've wired the high speed on the fan so we don't need the switch anymore. We use the fan grills on the front because we want them to hold our overspray filters so that we don't get any paint on the motor. So Patrick's gonna fire it up. Let's try it out. We have airflow. And the vacuum should just hold these guys right in place, like that. There we go. Cool. Stick your finger in there. We want to exhaust our fumes outside. So what we've done is raise our garage door a little bit. We've got some foam that fills up the open space and the ventilator sticking outside. And that will keep kind of the cold air out of the garage. And we'll be able to pull warm air into the paint booth. All right, we've got our ventilation installed. We've been doing some flow tests, and we're pulling pretty good through the filters. We've got the overspray filters in place here. They can be easily changed just by pulling them off the front. We also built a little door for our ventilator because it's kind of cold outside. When we're not running the ventilator, we can close this little door, keep the cold air out. So we've been testing it. Looks real good. We've got plenty of flow. The lighting's good, so I think we're ready to paint. Well, we're finished with our paint booth, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. So in the next episode, we're going to start actually painting motorcycle parts, and that will be cool. So until next time, I'm Ritchie.
And I'm Patrick.
Thanks for joining us. Now it's your turn to go make something cool. What the freak is that?
Oh, Johnny.
Hi, it's Ritchie with... Get your stuff together, will you?
No, this is exactly what it said. Hi, we are here in my garage.
The next step in building our cafe racers is to paint our body parts. Not those body parts, motorcycle body parts.
Thanks for watching. If you've liked what we're doing, go ahead and click here to subscribe to the channel.
And click here to visit SonicDad.com.